Yeah, back again, Animoji Gaming. So I tried to play the Assassin's Creed Liberation Remaster. So basically, this game was used to be released on the PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360, perhaps, and also PC. And then tried to be remastered with the Assassin's Creed 3, as well as the complete package for the Nintendo Switch. So I was actually just like any other Assassin's Creed game, I was actually buying this game on the physical cartridge. So basically I think it makes my storage a little bit not wasteful for the whole games, but I'm not sure because the Assassin's Creed ASIO collection that I used to download digitally, and when I tried to insert the physical cartridge, it's just not reducing the size, which is basically the biggest Nintendo Switch game that I ever owned, which is 30 gigabyte of size. So yeah, that's the reason why it's just, I think, I'm not sure about the Mortal Kombat 11, but I think it definitely hard to be moved into another SD card unless you're trying to re-download the game again from the beginning. So this is actually one of the first Assassin's Creed that
Connect
you can
with the
actually
past.
play as a girl.
Relive history.
Yeah, it's basically not really necessary.
Using Abstergo's incredible research into genetic memory, Animus gives you the chance to game within the past. The product you have purchased allows you to access the memories of Aveline de Grandpré, an 18th century assassin caught between two worlds, fighting to find her true purpose. Make history yours. History is our playground. Animus.
Available, I'm not sure, because I think the Assassin's Creed 3 is also the same. So it just goes straight into the virtual reality, what they call as Animus. So maybe this is the transition between how the Animus used to be controlled by the Templar in the first Assassin's Creed Ezio collection into some sort of more versatile entertainment purposes, like the one that appear on the Black Flag and above. I'm not sure about the above, but because I only tried to play the Assassin's Creed Black Flag and also Rogue, which is included on the Rebel collection. And yeah, the introduction was actually we're playing as a child, the girl child. So definitely it's forbidden to play as a girl, especially when there's a fighting or even some sort of weird things that basically happen to a child. That's the reason why it's never been released in games that basically have a child inside, unless it's just for cutscene purposes or just a short prologue, perhaps.
As I was saying, this one is strong as an ox. It's in good health, and all, not counting the missing toes.
Maman?
This is actually the weirdest thing because the mother seems to be abandoned her for some reason, or even maybe it just never been shown again. I just don't get it. It's like transport into a different universe, perhaps, so they never can be found. So I'm actually like to play this game because I have already recorded several times on the Twitch directly, stream it to Twitch directly, but...
Pardon, madame.
You there! Bantling pest! I'll have you arrested!
But yeah, it still feels quite weird because yeah, it's definitely still in old times of American where racism is still very high. So yeah, we immediately becoming an adult because yeah, torturing a child is just available on the games. So yeah, it was very disturbing crimes. Basically, this game also reminds me of the quite weird movie about the movement of the slave. Racist slave, I'm not sure. So it was somehow the African American girl that was transported from the future into old times from the different universe. Almost as weird as this because yeah, I just don't get it why.
Aveline,
It's basically just dreaming.
ma chérie, you were shouting again. Was it the nightmare?
Oui, only a dream.
I'm quite forgot about
I'm
the
sorry
name
to
of
have
the
woken
movie
you.
because yeah, it's just
Ma chérie,
pretty unpopular
never
for
apologize.
the movie that was
A
actually
mother
released during the
worries,
pandemic.
even a stepmother.
So
Thank you,
that's the reason
Madeleine.
why it is not as popular because maybe it's basically
Maman,
like a low budget. I'm not
do you
sure.
worry too? Did you forget me? Or are you gone?
This is what I don't really understand.
In any case, the night has better
So
uses
he
than
was
sleep.
adopted by rich families and still struggling to find her real mothers. Just don't get it. And he is already joined the Assassin's Creed. It's pretty weird. So how can she join in the first place? So basically the vibe is also like the Pay the Ghost movie from Nicolas Cage, where it is basically have some horror memories about the old New York City, because I think, if I'm not mistaken, this was supposed to be
We
in
have
the old
uncovered
New
news of
York
a
City.
plantation from which slaves are vanishing. The owners reported their escape, but our network can find no trace of them.
So
If you
there
don't know
must-
slave
there
guys,
somewhere
perhaps you can
there's
investigate this
witch,
mystery from
perhaps, but I'm
within.
not sure whether
A dressing
witches
chamber has been
actually
prepared for you in a strategic location.
appear in
From the top
this
of the
game or
cathedral,
not.
you will see it.
Because yeah, it is not basically a Witcher game where we can explore of unique characters. And I'm just not sure why this game is also not called as the next installment of the Assassin's Creed. Maybe because the map is actually the reuse of the Assassin's Creed 3 game. So yeah, we're just actually playing with another character and a different point of view. So that's the reason why they also try to pack this game when they try to remaster it as a single entity. Even though when it was released on the PlayStation 3, it is actually a different game. So yeah, it's basically a waste of money when you actually try to play games that not that similar. Maybe because they tried to follow what was actually happened to the Grand Theft Auto 5 and the Grand Theft Auto episode from Liberty City, which basically the same as this. But yeah, it is just quite cool, and I really wanted to play those games again because yeah, it has modern New York City and a very different perspective. Like, like the Grand Theft Auto 4. Then for some reason the night become morning immediately. Just don't get it. And this is also a feature that for some reason it is not available on the different Assassin's Creed that I have ever played, including the Assassin's Creed 3 itself, or even the next Assassin's Creed 4 Black Flag, which is the change of appearance or outfit directly. Because I'm not sure whether if there is an Wardo or some sort of clothing store that you can change or personalize your characters. Because yeah, that's one of my favorite features if you talk about the open world games. And yeah, basically we still need to go into certain places in order to change for the beginning, but if I'm not mistaken, later we can actually
a delivery will arrive at the plantation. A perfect cover. Hide in a wagon and follow the cart to discover the location without being seen.
And I just don't get it why it just based on the story from or writing in the paper. It's pretty weird missions because yeah, but later we will actually meet with real peoples that give the mission, I guess. Assassin's Creed is just all about parkour, and I just don't get it why people not actually try to angry at us running into their roof. So basically there are some sort of wanted mechanism, so which basically based on the poster, since yeah obviously still there's no communication that have been made during this time.
Wherever she is. Bonjour.
For some reason it's like basically just random events to infiltrate a mission. Just don't get it. try to disguise as a slave. Even though if we try to disguise as an important person, we still definitely cannot go here to restricted place as well. So yeah, that's the reason why it is really weird games. Maybe because the important people that we had is not powerful enough to go into a restricted place.
Who are you? How did you get past the guards? We have plenty of trouble here already. Don't need no more.
I'm Aveline, a friend. Slaves have been reported escaped, but none has yet reached any safe house. My contacts fear the worst.
If you're a spy, Aveline,
so that's the reason why
you won't find no cause for persecution here. My brothers have vanished, then my aunt. Today my youngest sister, Therese. They ain't escaped, as you say. They're taken. Besides, Therese would never survive on her own.
I'll find her. If any have trodden through these fields, they must have left tracks.
But for some reason, climbing up the building is also not creating any kind of sound, and especially they're also just not able to catch us into the roof. For some reason, again, it's still basically falling. Just don't know what kind of button that I was pressed previously. So we are already more than halfway of this footage, but there's still 13 minutes of video. So it's only 17 minutes running. And basically, I just don't get it why I keep falling. It's pretty annoying. Thankfully, it is already considered success. So basically, there's only 3 minutes differences between this footage and the other Assassin's Creed ASIO collection footage. So the ASIO collection, I think it is around 33 or 34 minutes footage, and then after it I need to do the 1 hour 30 minutes or 1 hour 8 minutes of the Watchdog Legion and the Metal Gear Solid before moving on into a different footage that I'm just not sure whether it will be bigger or actually a little bit smaller than these two. Because yeah, I think I always feel that the Metal Gear Solid is actually the longest Zoom recording that I ever done, because it was used to be the games that I always think
don't be afraid,
have a
Therese.
never-ending
I'm a
prologue,
friend.
or even the
Who did this?
cutscene, even though the
Your
game
master?
was actually have not
This son.
a very big size, because it's only around 35
Be
gigabytes.
strong. I'll get you to safety.
You'll
Maybe
pay for
because
this.
the gameplay didn't
Dog!
have
Hurry!
many things
We've
to
got
do.
rats in the barn.
Just don't get it why he didn't try to call for backup. Then we can actually get the weapon for them. kill them very fast as well.
His terror is over, Therese. Stay with me. We must hurry.
Even though there used to be so many guards outside, but for some reason they decided not to alert all of them. Because if
Evelyn, my daughter, wandering alone at dawn. Where have you been?
After the nightmare, I want to take air. Dear stepmother, I'm grown now. You needn't worry for my safety.
You underestimate the dangers of the world. If not your safety, then to your reputation. Why must you be so headstrong? I wish you would.
In truth, Madeleine, I'm in need of your assistance. I'm afraid it's urgent.
What now?
While walking, I was startled by cries of distress. Following them, I discovered a woman, a slave, badly wounded.
Where is she? I will send help.
She awaits in a wagon outside in the street.
Evelyn!
Don't be cross. I knew you'd know the thing to do. I couldn't risk leaving her to perish, or worse.
Or worse! You have already sentenced her to persecution by your very impulsiveness. Very well.
This is pretty weird.
I will not turn my back now, not that you have left me much choice.
Girls, I just don't get it.
I will see that she is treated in utmost discretion.
Thank you, Madeleine.
In the meantime, hurry to town and fetch your new traveling clothes. Go quickly. We have no time to lose.
But I think we just cannot fight in this dress, so it's just only for disguise purposes, unlike the slave outfit, which is basically can be used for fight as well, even though there's no weapons obviously in the beginning. And try to remove the poster, and for some reason people just don't get it that it is actually have very similar faces.
Bonjour, madame.
Quite tired and exhausted because I've already charged this phone almost 3 times, because previously I already tried to recharge until 100% again, and creating this 30 minutes Animoji is already decreased 10% of the battery, so yeah, that's the reason why I just cannot do many Animoji all at once in one day. Next time I was trying to use a power bank or charging the phone all the time into the MacBook, the older MacBook, because all of the ports was already used.
Evelyn, late to lunch and looking ashen again. I fear you are not resting enough.
Oh, Papa. I'll take my rest when this life is exhausted.
You will hasten that end at this rate. I do fear you are more like your father than is fit for a lady. A chip of the same block. In passing, Monsieur Blanc requests your assistance at the warehouse. I dare say he has work to offer.
Is that all he has to offer? I should think for all his attention, he would request your hand.
All the same, it's the work that interests me.
Actually the same
Really?
African American.
Oh dear me.
Because it's
By the
just
turn of this
more
conversation, it would appear I have lingered too long at this table.
The housemaid
If you'll excuse
is
me.
still African, the same, not white person.
Good day, Papa.
That's
he's
not
gone.
adapted.
I can tell you now,
Same
Evelyn.
time.
I have taken care of everything. Your friend will be safe. If you have any more womanly problems, do not hesitate to see me.
So yeah, we never really see who's actually playing the animals, because I used to play quite long, which is directly streaming to Twitch, but until that a different CD, it is still not seeing. I think that there will be no that kind
Second
of
time this
features.
Month. Customer relations are strained enough without shipments disappearing.
Your frustration is understandable, monsieur. In your position, I should demand a full investigation.
Because
Please,
the game seems
let
to be
me
a
look
little
into
bit
it.
more simple as well.
I will go talk to Monsieur de Saint-Maxent at once.
Most grateful, Monsieur Blanc.
Because I'm not sure.
At least I know I can always rely on you.
3 seems to have more feature or not. But the Assassin's Creed Black Flag is able to buy weapons or even upgrade to the ships, since it was introduced in the beginning. Just don't get it. The target is too far away, but there already seems to be pretty sensitive to notice there are someone who is following him. Yeah, the animation, it seems to be pretty repetitive, basically, because yeah, I think I just got interrupted again. Okay, I decided to continue the Animoji even though it is already the next day, and I'm actually not ending the Zoom meeting yet, which is surprisingly not automatically disconnected as well. Maybe because my internet seems to be stable, and even if my MacBook Air is going to sleep for several hours, it still seems to be successfully continues the meeting.
The cargo was stolen from this very ship. I have no more means of retrieving it than you do.
Yeah,
Oui, monsieur. That is indeed troubling.
I'm not sure whether I can.
Well, what would you
create
suggest then?
another Animoji.
I know this much.
Or
The devil
not
have
for the
the
Assassin's
to
Creed
impersonate
AC
my dress
collection.
and my
Since
signature.
I'm not sure
Can you imagine?
I can
No,
get
monsieur. Imagination has never been my strong
left.
suit.
Since
If it's not too much trouble, may I
do something
look
else?
at your books?
But if
My
I
books?
try to do
I'd interrogate the captain. If this crew takes bribes, I'd wager he's no less
which is
corruptible.
pretty annoying. And I don't know, maybe this is the last Animoji that I try to create in this day, so I will try to do it later on the different day once I got some free times again. So yeah, hopefully the rendering is smooth as well, because I may be in a little bit hurry.
New shoes for my boy.
Because yeah. It's just 2 minutes remaining.
Are you the captain of this ship?
Liberation.
Capitan Carlos Dominguez, at your service.
Which is pretty unnecessary, because this is
May
just
we speak in private, Capitan?
Who am I to refuse such a
coordination
comely
was
creature?
actually done on the cutscene. So for some reason, the private quarters is still basically outside, so obviously it can be seen by anybody else. Right?
Would you be so kind as to tell me what happened with Monsieur de Saint-Maxent's shipment?
Why would you want to know?
Bah!
Don't you worry, my little Anne. The cargo found its way to the intended recipient. Let me pour you a cup. I dare you to tell me this isn't the best Madeira wine that ever graced your heavenly lips.
If you insist, Capitan.
I do. You will not find a better vintage in all of the New World.
I'm intrigued. Truly.
Almost got this. And immediately run away.
They hid the goods in 2 warehouses.
After getting the stolen papers. And yeah, it's also the end of this video because that's what I think as a problem. Even though it is basically pretty short since the prologue is definitely straightforward, unlike the Assassin's Creed Black Flag or the Rogue Rebel Collection, which I already tried to upload. That's the reason why it has a longer length, obviously, for the video. So yeah, there's not many things in the post menu as well, because maybe it is just so unknown for the enemies, sort of a current future characters, and that's all.